Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. This is Dylan with Tucson Future Classics, and that is our 2013 Chevy Volt. That's right, it's another mid-cycle first-generation Volt. We know them, we love them, we've had dozens of these things. So today's has got 97,000 miles. It's a two-owner car, and looking back at its Carfax, it has had a pretty consistent maintenance history. In fact, the original window sticker I found tucked in the owner's manual when I was taking some pictures of this just a few minutes ago. Now, for the uninitiated, these Volts are what are called extended range electric vehicles, meaning that it is an electric car first, a gas car second. That 1.4 liter four-cylinder up front exists almost purely as a generator motor. So you plug it in, charge it overnight, leave the house with 30 to 35 miles of all electric range, and then when you run out of that, gas motor kicks on and it drives just like a normal car. And the cool thing is that gas motor isn't connected to the wheels except for one very specific time. So it basically always runs as a generator. Looking back through the battery on this thing, through some of our scan tools, we can see that this is about split 50-50, a little bit more electric use than gas engine use. And it's been getting a lifetime fuel economy of right around 57 miles per gallon. So they're really, really smart little cars. It's amazing how well proven these things have been in the secondary market and just how reliable these Chevys are as the years and miles pile on them. I can't wait to get nerdy with this thing with you guys. So let's get into it. We'll get up under the hood, into the trunk, in the car, and out for a rip. First things first, up under the power barn of the Volt. Now I have the car on, so with the car running, when you pop the hood, the gas engine will turn on to go into a maintenance and service mode. So I'll walk you through everything as we listen to this little 1.4 liter four-cylinder just hum away. Over here on the left, you've got your engine coolant reservoir, your air box, oil dipstick right here in the center, and you add your oil down there. Up here is a split reservoir for the battery pack and the inverter and drive unit. Under here is all the electrical gubbins for that Voltec drive unit and inverter. Your brake fluid reservoir is up there. You got a fuse box here, and that is your washer fluid reservoir. Pretty clean and simple engine bay, especially for a plug-in hybrid like this. Around the back of the Volt here, we'll pop this big lift back wide on open, and as you can see, hatch comes up, great amount of space back here with a decently sized load floor. This little guy here is the 110 or 120 volt level 1 home charger. Is going to come with the car. Underneath here, little storage area, you've got your tire inflator and fixed flat goo there. Couple little cubbies tucked underneath, don't mind my detailing rags. And underneath there is the 12 volt accessory battery for this car. You've got two little storage pockets on both sides, just little bitties. You can hide some stuff in there. This one has the vehicle fuse box in it there. So just, you know, always nice to have a few more storage options, keep stuff out of the sun and out of sight and out of mind. Now, this is a 2+2 seating arrangement, meaning you've got bucket seats for all four passengers. These do drop down, push in that tab, down they go. And when they're folded down, that center console comes completely out. So you can get yourself a level load floor in the back. So yeah, remarkably roomy little thing back here. Coming into the back of the Volt, I'm gonna jump behind my driver's seat, which is almost all the way down and back for me to shoot media. I'll give you an idea. Flip the camera around. I've got pretty good knee room. If I splay out and man spread a little bit, I can get pretty comfy. I've got okay headroom because of the way the glass curves up here, buys me a couple extra inches. And as for arm room and gut room, I've got plenty. Turning the camera around again, big center console runs all the way down. You've got storage in here, and again, This does lift completely out if you want it to. 2 cup holders, charge port there, and as on basically every car now, we've got child seat anchors on the bottoms. You also get decent sized door pockets and seat back pockets for your back seat passengers. It's pretty impressive, the packaging that Chevy managed to get to make room for both that big battery pack that runs under here and even some big dudes like me at 6 foot tall and 270 pounds. If I can fit, you can fit. All right, climbing into the business end of the Volt here. So this screen will flicker depending on the angle of my cell phone camera. Doesn't quite like to play nice. That's on my technology's end, not on the car's end, I assure you. But here in the captain's seat, let's go over everything. You've got power windows and power mirrors here. Your power door locks are over here. You've got a big cup or a big storage holder here with a cutout for a water bottle that you can see even swallows my big old Nalgene bottle here right up. Your charge port door open is there, and just up here is where you open the fuel door. Moving on here, this controls your center gauge for all the little, menus and everything. The first trip has never been reset over the lifetime of the car. This one is a bit more recent, and you can go through like remaining oil life, tire pressure monitors shown in real time, if there are any alert messages. You can just kind of go through everything. And I love this little screen here because this shows power distribution in real time. Engine power out on the right, battery power on the left, and if it drops down, it'll show your regen all in real time. That also shows up here on the main display in the energy setting. You've got it here. You can go to power flow, and you can see where that electricity is moving real time on a nice graphical display. But back to the steering wheel here. Cruise control controls are on the left-hand side, and your infotainment controls are on the right. So Bluetooth and voice control here, volume up and down, change track, station, or source with this little guy. One neat thing on this car is because it is an EV first, it doesn't make a lot of noise when you're driving. So you got this little button here. If you don't want to scare pedestrians with the real horn, just push that little guy in there. When you are in drive, as I am now, it chirps to alert them to your passing without, totally scaring them. Now over here in the center, I like how they've done this, and these haptic buttons have held up really well over time. So if you hit the home, it just goes right into it. But now you can see everything's grayed out because I have the stereo muted. But if I give it some power, turn the volume down, go back to home, and you'll see now all the options are lit up. So you've got AM, FM, XM, Pandora, Stitcher, Sirius XM radio, Bluetooth. This one being a 2013 can actually do Bluetooth audio for music, which is super nice. And a few other fun things like it'll show weather, fuel price, and that kind of stuff with an XM data subscription. They kept this pretty intuitive, and it still reacts nicely. You even got all of your climate controls. You can do all of it through here with the touch screen, or a couple of quick touch buttons here. So like temperature down, temperature up, set the climate control to auto, control your fan speed, do all of it. So almost everything you can do in this little touch screen is repeated with these haptic buttons down below here. Even the heated seats are up there. You do have a CD-ROM player in here, eject if there is a disc. Hazard lights are here. Again, lock and unlock is there. Your electric parking brake is hiding down here. And these buttons here, this gets you into that efficiency screen, allowing you to change your charge settings, set times to charge to take advantage of cheap off-peak electricity. You can see your total energy consumptions. This trip, a graphical thing showing what is using more power by percentage as you drive. Handy little efficiency tips are in here. Just a lot of fun, nerdy info. And then the drive mode button here. This has 4 drive modes: normal, sport, mountain, and hold. Normal and Sport do what you would expect. Mountain keeps a little extra battery in reserve for going up and going down steep grades, so you have more regenerative braking and more battery reserve to climb those hills. And Hold forces the gas engine to run to hold the state of charge on the battery and keep all of your electrons in reserve. Great if you're doing a long road trip and you know right at the end you're going to run into like rush hour stop and go traffic. And if you just want to do that on electricity alone, you can do it there with the Hold mode. Shifter, it's exactly what you'd expect. Park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then low. Low gives you a little extra regenerative braking as well to try to, put as many electrons back in the system as possible and keep you using as little fuel as you can. Now behind here, there is a pass-through that goes all the way through on both sides. Great place to hide your phone out of the sun, keep it from getting too hot. And up top, this little guy, pull this back, hook your thumb in there. Got another little storage cubby with a 12-volt cigarette lighter power port right up top. Moving on down, decent sized storage cubby here. I will make a note, if you have a bigger cell phone, don't put it in there because it makes it really hard to get into drive as this handle comes back. So that's why I say phones up in that little notch there. Dual cup holders here. Nice and deep storage cubby in here with your USB auxiliary line in and another 12-volt charge port there. Over here, flip our dealer plate over, you'll see same thing, that nice silver trim throughout. You've got a decently sized door pocket on that side, same as here for the driver. And in the glove box, you've got all of your manuals still in there, and it's a reasonably sized glove box. I mean, it'll swallow an entire license plate as well as the books and some like detailing supplies. So great place to keep your stuff, again, out of sight and out of mind. This one has got a Manuel rear view mirror, so manual dimming, pull it down for night, push it forward for day. Usual map lights there. Traction control off is up top. Your OnStar buttons are here, and these three are programmable for like, a garage door, a gate, what have you. Up top, the only other thing of note, you do get illuminated visors, and these do pull out and adjust to keep our southwestern sun at bay. Let's go for a drive. Now moving through, I'll show you, I have it in low, so I have a little bit more regen than usual. Tap those brakes and it'll bring you down even further. Now, these are called blended brakes, so the regenerative braking will hit before it ever uses the friction brakes to maximize recovery of power. One other cool thing I want to show you is, while we're still coming around in here, coming down, gonna give it a little squeeze of power right now. All electric, and then onto the brakes, regen to friction brakes to bring it down. Solid little car, and again, being electric first, gas second, things really quiet. That's why they had to put the little chirp horn in there for pedestrian safety, because this predates having to make sound out of an external speaker as you drive at low speeds in an EV. Got the cruise set here at 70, sitting in the left lane, and just take a listen as this thing goes on down the road. Good aerodynamics, slippery styling, good suspension geometry and setup on these. When you need to not be in a round town EV and go out for a road trip, these things do absolutely eat up the miles. Also, if I go over to energy info, as we are driving down here on the highway, you can see our average MPGe has increased to over 250 miles a gallon because, again, we're still running on just battery. I mean, 8 miles in, we've got 22 miles left on electric only before that gas motor ever even needs to join the party. Yeah. These Cruises, or these Volts, for being built on the architecture of the Cruise, very, very nice highway cars. Their ride totally belies their size. Really quickly, here on a frontage road, I want to show you all drive mode. If I go to hold for hold state of charge, you'll see that it'll kick over, switch to the fuel pump icon, And now that gas motor is up and running. That little bar showing the switch over from battery to gasoline. And if we go over here to the big screen, you'll see the same thing. It's now using a blend of engine and battery power to maintain, and then straight to engine power when it doesn't need any of the extra. So now I could drive like this for 1,000 miles, refueling it like a normal car, and when I get to the end, I'd still have 18 miles of all-electric range. It's a very clever system. Over here on the backside of one of my favorite little stretches of nearly abandoned dead-end road, we're going to do a quick 0 to 40 to 0. So, hold down that traction control until we disable all of it. There we go. Going to go drive mode to sport. And let's try to make this as performative as possible. Then this is just to make sure there's nothing hiding in the braking or suspension system under full accelerative or decelerative load. 3, 2, 1, go. Very nice. ABS grabs us and pulls us right to a stop. No fuss, no muss, no drama. There you have it. Back at our lot with the 2013 Volt staged up in front of all of our other EVs and plug-in hybrids. If you're looking for a low cost of entry way to get into having a plug-in hybrid for around town electric commuting while still keeping those long distance fuel efficient road trip chops, these first gen Volts are an awesome way to do that. I mean, this is probably one of the best screwed together cars Chevy has made in the past 20 years. They're trying to show everybody up bringing the Volt to market when they did, and it shows. Now, if you want a chance to check this thing out in person and hopefully drive it home, follow the link in our description below for all of our contact information and our website, or call or text the phone number that's about to be on the screen to set up an appointment more easily. As always, I've been Dylan. We'll see you soon.